So Jeff, you just started a new tab on the Fast Money Traders website, Ask Mr. Answerman. We got our first question via email that asks, how is we going to save our economy?
Thank you for that question, emailer. Here's the answer to that question: how do we save the economy? The economy can only be saved through a stimulus package. Right now, Obama proposed a stimulus package and then enacted a stimulus package where trillions of dollars were given directly to the banks in order to have the banks refi the economy through mortgage lending, credit availability, and as we know, it's just not happening. You never load a bank from the back door, and I'll explain that in a second. The stimulus package should have went down like this. Every American who's a taxpayer, who's current on his taxes, who's current on his mortgage, should have had a stimulus package sent to him equal to about $30,000 per household. Since the money came from the taxpayers, it would have been best for the taxpayers to have the money back in their hands. Here's how the plan would have worked. Number one, when you got your $30,000 voucher, you had up to 2, possibly 3 years to use that voucher. But this $30,000 had to be spent on the improvement of your home. A new roof, new windows, new HVAC, a built-in pool. Whatever you needed to do to your home, you improved it. By doing that, that was stimulated the middle class and the blue-collar working employees who, in turn, would have had jobs, full-time employment, working on people's homes.
So they have to be homeowners in order to...
You have to be a homeowner, current on your taxes and current on your mortgage for this system to work. You would have found out that about $30,000 per household would have been allocated for everyone to put the blue-collar people back to work. And when you put the blue-collar people back to work, that means your Home Depots, your Walmarts, all these businesses are reporting losses, would have to, again, replace their orders because of the supply would be dropped in there. That's another thing about supply and demand. To give the money directly to the people that made the money would have been the best way to do this whole thing. Instead, by giving the banks the money, you've taken the bank's motivation to allure customers into them through free checking, lower credit rates, lower interest rates. They already have the money. They already have the end result. Instead, had the vouchers went directly to the homeowners, and then from there, the banks would have then bargained or bid out to get your $30,000 voucher through their front door. And in that, they'd have to give you higher interest rates, better CD rates. At the same time, when you had people who working in the blue-collar industries, in the middle class, lower middle class, and people that live in apartments, and the reason why they're not going to get the stimulus is because those are the people that are going to benefit most from the stimulus. And what I mean by that is they'll now have full employment. The people who are, are licensed contractors or the only ones who would even qualify to even get the $30,000 home improvements vouchers to them. So what you'd do is you'd stimulate payroll, you'd stimulate the employment of an area, and as well, just the whole United States would be back to work. Not through necessarily the infrastructure and constructing highways, but constructing what is truly valuable, which is your home, real estate. And it's real estate that's going to carry this nation out of this depression. It's not going to be the stock market. Matter of fact, I would encourage people not to invest in the stock market. And by investing in the stock market, you're only encouraging that system, which has failed you because of no oversight committee. There's no punishment. Sure, there's a Madoff here and there, but overall, most people who've destroyed this economy are just got richer and moved out of the country, renounced their citizenship and became citizens of Jamaica. All these little island destinations are now their citizens. They own the banks there. So our money, our trillions of dollars, have literally left our country to fund their lifestyle of them and their families. Bottom line to that is we got screwed, left holding the bag, and they have no criminal prosecution because these people have enough money to buy attorneys, buy lobbyists, buy influences, and buy politicians. Any politician that would think that the blue collar or the people that the taxpayer should not have gotten the money should not even be in office. So with that,
because they're not for the people.
They're not for the people. They are for themselves. And again, it's just going to come to the point where if you don't give the stimulus package, and actually what Obama's administration, President Obama, should do is actually revoke and reclaim all that money that was given to the bank and start a new fund and start distributing funds, $30,000 per person, back to everyone who, again, is a taxpayer, who is current on their loan, and in order to improve their lifestyle, improve their homes. And again, every manufacturing facility would benefit from it. And the one question people are going to have is, well, what if I have a beautiful home and I don't need anything? Well, then go ahead and go out and buy yourself a car. And it doesn't have to be an American car. Just go out and buy any car. Again, use the money for what is going to benefit the people, which is going to be real estate. And the construction, the rehab, and the whole economy would benefit from that program.
You got it straight here from Mr. Answer Man.
Answer Man. Home Depot's got one. Fast Money Traders got one. It's me. Keep sending me your questions. I'll give you a live answer.